Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a couple of weeks since I've been home, and today we're going to get started on some stuff. I'm moving a little bit slow. It usually takes me a day or two to get back on a normal wake up in the morning, go to sleep at night schedule. So let me walk you through what we're going to do. Well, you can see what's behind me. You got Trisha and Crystal. We got a big box over on Trisha, and we got a small box over on Crystal, and we'll talk about the contents of both of those. It's a gorgeous day today. Nice and sunny. Temperature's perfect for working outside, and this is what we're gonna get done. Okay, so Trisha has 8-bag air ride suspension, and what that means is there's 8 airbags instead of the traditional 4. A lot of trucks have 4 airbags, and they have some sort of leaf spring for the other part of the suspension, but Kenworth decided that they could do it with 8 airbags and make the ride so much nicer. Now, as you can see, it needs a paint job, but as you can see, there's an airbag there, an airbag there, an airbag there, and an airbag there. So 4 on each side. Let me get close to this one, and you can see that one is pretty beat up, and it actually leaks, and a few of them do. Now, this is a leveling valve. When the suspension, when the air goes down, the suspension goes down, this valve comes up and it increases the air pressure in the airbags to give it a level ride. And you see this one is detached, and you see this one over here is completely broke off. Neither one of them are working right now, so I bought new leveling valves. I've got some new airline, some new fittings, and I have 4 new airbags. So hopefully I've got the right pieces today, and I can get 4 of these airbags changed. We'll look and see which ones are the worst. I know that that one over there is really bad. So I may do 3 on this side and 1 on this side. And then, wow, they're really all bad. They all need to be replaced. So I'll just replace the worst ones today, and then I'll come back and put the other 4 in next time I work on the truck. So there you see what's going to go on today. I'll set you up so you can watch. We'll do a little demonstration on how to change one. I may go ahead and do one without you, and then that way I can figure out how to do it right and make it look like I knew what I was doing the whole time. Nah, that's not me. I'm going to go ahead and just let you see me struggle figuring it out, and then we'll try and do better on the next one. All right, check it out. Come on, Trisha. Fire up. No idea. You just have to come out and kind of figure it out. Because I don't know.
Put it in another tripod. If you want it in a tripod.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get the leveling valve to put some air into the system so that I can raise these airbags up. But this valve is not any good. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. It's like, hey, you have the new leveling valves. Why not just change this one out and air the bags up? That would be too easy. So what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these lines off, and I'll air up a bag manually. And I'll show you why I even need to air up a bag. You see, can't really see if I'm in your way or not. Like I said, my first day back is usually a goat rodeo. Nothing against goats, but I don't know too many people that would want to go and watch a goat rodeo. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. What happens if I put air in this one? Now, you guys do remember that I said I have new airlines. So I'm going to pinch that airline off with the old vice grip, and you'll see that the bags are pretty inflated. You'll also notice that it's pretty one-sided. So now what I'm going to do is this area right here is where the suspension comes up and rests on these stops when there's no air in the springs. So I'm just going to put a block in there, and then I'm going to let the air pressure back out. That'll hold the rear end up, and then I'll be able to take the fasteners out of this bag and the air fitting and swap that bag out. So let's give it a go.
Wi-Fi password for it.
Well, that doesn't do us any good.
Well, it's not a wide lens, so.
Right, we can shoot a whole bunch of the top of that fifth plate. You know? All right, let's see what happens there. Okay, it's setting down on the block. Okay, the pressure should be coming off of this bag. We'll have to see. Now these are actual Firestone branded bags, and I know I'm probably gonna eat a little dirt over this, but I did not buy bags from Kenworth, and I did not order Firestone bags, and I did not order Chinese bags. All right, now looking at this, it looks like there's one air fitting in the top and one bolt over in this mount, and then in this wasp nest infested area here there's two more bolts in the bottom, and this one I'm guessing was a factory bag that has an aluminum base where all the new ones have a plastic base. So that's kind of interesting. We'll give that a look, but I'm going to take this one out first. This one was actually leaking air. And it looks like it's one of the worst. Ready to split right off in the top. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll get the top one off. We'll look at this. We'll look at this fitting. Let's see this airline. It's right here. Looks like it's something. It's still in good shape. You want to make sure when you got a really hard bolt or nut that you get a place where when you pull you don't hurt yourself, so you don't dig in both of your wrists and then spend all day whining about it. Because one thing I would have liked to see, the bags come with these fasteners, because you know, even though these aren't in horrible shape, you know, it would have been nice to have nice, clean, maybe zinc plated fasteners, but oh well. So we got a El Cheapo universal. We'll see if sometimes you gotta do some magic, you know, when you're trying to maneuver a socket into a tight spot, or there's a bolt that's super tight. Sometimes you have to use everything in your arsenal. Houdini! Okay, well, that's coming off nicely. Sometimes you just gotta use all your powers. And the nice thing is that these, it says this cutout right here, so you know, if all else fails, you can just get the torch out and do what you got to do. Two fingers into the bottom and one into the back here. Spin it out. Here you have it. Now, let's see what we can do on this one. This one might be a little tougher because it's in a little bit harder of a position, believe it or not. To come in through like this. See it? You see what I got here? I don't know. All right, ready? Houdini! Oh man, it didn't work. No, might be in trouble. I might have used all my power on the first one. Let's see. Let me see if I can use my strong arm. Well, I thought we could do something in there. Some of you might think, hey, you know, you got that breakaway right there, why don't you use it? I don't know. That's a great question. Oh man, that's definitely a Kenworth branded bag. Makes me feel kind of bad for going the cheap route. I suppose I could have went with the cheap bag and oh boy, look at the crap in there. That's nasty. Hey, what did you have in there? I'll let you see this. See, we're right on a truck route where all day long and all night long, trucks and heavy equipment go up and down the road. I don't know if you heard anything at all over that, Jake, but Jessica's over there lighting airsoft cans on fire, or bullets or something. Just got a layer of rust. Pretty gross. So we're gonna clean that off, make it look nice. So weird dealing with metric. You just wouldn't think that they'd. So the holdup is this spacer right here. It's just locked in on this air fitting, or whatever you want to call it. So we just gotta get it loosened up on there. I don't think these things were ever intended to spin the RPMs that these little angle grinders spin. So you make sure, no matter what, you're supposed to wear safety glasses. But you make sure you have some eye protection on, because this thing flicks wire everywhere. There you have it. I like to take a couple layers of meat off every time you get that opportunity. So there's no better way to do it, or no more fun way to do it, than a wire wheel spinning way too fast. Remember when your dad caught you using power tools and said, hey man, you should probably wear some safety glasses. Hey, you should probably wear gloves. Hey, can't you hold that with a pair of pliers instead of with your fingers? Yep. Grody in there. Let's clean that out. All right, so this is the top plate. It's in pretty bad shape. Just show you some of the corrosion that's coming off of it.
just don't know if I want to spend an hour of my time on each one of these. So I'm going to call Kenworth and I'm going to see how much one of these is. And if they're not terribly expensive, I'm going to buy all new ones. Because why would I spend all day to clean up something that's kind of whopper-jawed anyways? Let's see. Okay, so that's just not going to cut it. It's just too wore out. It's taken me all day if I wanted to do it, but good news is, I don't know if you can see that, but there's the Kenworth part number. So let's just give it a check and see how much they are. Now always remember, whenever you're using any kind of chemicals, that you use the proper safety equipment, PPE if you will. When you're using it, you don't want to get this stuff in your eyes. You don't want to get it on your skin. So, use the proper. You wear gloves and safety glasses always, no matter what. But definitely you want to wear gloves whenever you're handling anything like any kind of rust treatment. Acids, if you will, that change rust into iron oxide. This stuff is super bad for your eyes. It's bad for your skin. You'll notice I'm wearing all the proper protective gear. And basically the reason why I'm doing this is because I want this truck to look nice for a long time. If I end up keeping it, I want it to look nice. And if I end up selling it, I want it to look nice for the person who buys it. So anywhere that I'm working on the truck and there's some rust, I'm pretty much gonna do my best to get it cleaned up and get some chemical on it and make it look a little nicer. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. So that looks pretty good. And that's pitted pretty bad. If I had a portable sandblaster, I would sandblast that to get the metal smooth, but I worked it for a while with the DA and a wire wheel, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna touch it up with a little bit of primer and let it dry, and I'll put the spring back in. Those upper spring mounts are $70 a piece. I can't have them for 2 weeks. So I'm actually just gonna think about it and try and decide. For now, I'm gonna put them together with the ones that came on the truck, even though they're kind of cruddy. And then if I do decide, because I have to get 4 more bags anyways, if I do decide I'm gonna replace them all, I'll just let the spring down, change the top plate, stick it back on. It'd be 15 minutes per. But in the meantime, I want to get the truck working. I need to change some brake hoses and all the air lines, and one step at a time. All right, see ya. Well, that's something special. Goes to that hole, and then the big stud in there goes to that hole. So try not to get too much on you. And I'll get this down where it needs to go. Okay. Okay. And then we'll air up that bag. Okay.
Well, you gotta turn that thing too. Just ripped it right out.
I don't know if that's supposed to have. Yep, looks like those all have a washer. Okay, need a rag. There's a box right in there. Okay. Why did I have to turn this? It looks good there.
I turned it myself.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. Okay, so I need to do that bag up. It's going to be a little hard. Okay. Struggling to get that come up through there. Why? Oh, because I have that in the wrong place. Okay, that goes on top of the bracket. That's why. That's no big deal. So when I push this down, take that thing off. I was like, man, it's not making no sense. Take it off.
Oops.
Put it on top of the bracket. Okay, see? Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Makes a lot more sense.
What a difference.
Yep. I was like, man, that just doesn't seem right. Oh, I think this is a flat for that. Put a flat there, a lock. This one. And then these I'll clean up for in here. Want your eyeballs for a second? Okay. All right, turn the camera off for a little bit. Hey, what's up, guys? So, wow. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice that I didn't take, and you're gonna take probably after you see this. But the guy told me, hey, if you're gonna put airbags on Trisha, just get the factory airbags. Don't buy any of these aftermarkets. They're a little bit more expensive to get the factory ones, but you're going to be a lot happier when you get them. And here I'll tell you why. Check this out. Okay, so the bag fits in there. I mean, it actually, you know, it looks pretty good. It's got an MVP logo on the side. I got them from MVP Truck Parts online. Just got off the phone with the dude. So, you know, I'm not sure why, but it doesn't come with fasteners, and the fasteners are different. These are not the same thread pitch as the fasteners that came with the factory bags. So they only included the one and I had some for the other sides. But the biggest deal is, check this out. Biggest problem is this this right here. That's the that's where the air goes in and out of the bag, so it takes a fitting on the inside, and that's a 3/4 inch fine thread. And not only is it the fact that it's a 3/4 inch fine thread, but it's also the nut is not very thick. It's a thin nut that goes on there because it has to go down below where the fitting goes on. So I'm not able to do any more. I'm gonna have to source these nuts. I've called the guy. He didn't have any idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, he had no idea at all what I was talking about. He's like, huh? Thread? Well, use the nuts that were on your truck. I'm like, dude, you represented these as being replacements for the factory air spring. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, except for the fasteners are not the same. And so if you're going to change the fasteners, which I don't care, if you want to change a fastener from metric to standard, or standard to metric, or fine thread to coarse thread, I don't care. But include the fasteners, because how am I supposed to finish the job without the fasteners? And believe me, I have plenty of fasteners in stock. Let's go and take a peek here. All right, so here's my bolt supply. Here's my fasteners, bolts, nuts, washers, and I have a large supply. I have a large selection. I mean, you can see I have bolts, nuts, flat washers, star washers, metric, American, long, short. Check these babies out. I got, a couple hundred of these and 100 of those, and I even have some 3/4 inch fine thread bolts and a very small selection of proper nuts, which I can never find anything when I'm looking for it. But oh, right here. So you see, I have some 3/4 inch fine thread, but these are lock bolts or lock nuts, and I really need one that's about half that thickness so that it can go down below where it's supposed to be. Anyways, it's just so annoying. So yeah, I'm ticked off. I don't have the proper nuts, so there's not anything else that I can really do to finish that bag today. I think I will take one more bag off and clean it up. I got just about an hour or so of sunlight, so I might try and get one more bag off, and I'll set you up on time-lapse for that. See ya. Okay, so I got that cleaned up. I got the frame cleaned up, and I treated it with my favorite chemical that changes rust into iron oxide. And I got that airbag out. That thing's in pretty rough shape, but that's just because people change airbags on these things and they don't do anything to stop the progression of the rust. But so I did it. Next guy will be happy, I guess. That bag's installed. Tomorrow morning I'll go to my favorite bolt store, and I'll get all the fasteners that I need, and we'll keep on going. We'll get that one in, and then we'll get the next two crappy ones in, and I'm gonna order just a couple of the top mounts in case I do break one getting it out. Also got some other stuff I'll show you tomorrow, but for right now, all right, thanks for coming and checking it out. This is part one. I didn't think it was going to take me all day to do one, so this is part one. There'll probably be a part two and a part three and a part four before I get done with that. Then we'll change some of the lug bolts that are missing and get that done. I might power wash the black paint off the frame and touch it up a little bit,
I hate to just paint over it because it's going to continue to flake off because the last person that painted it just painted over with no prep. Anyhow, thanks for coming by. Don't forget, punch that subscribe button, click the like, click the bell. That does something special. It'll let you know that I posted something new. And come back and see us again. Tell all your friends about me. I'm getting real close to my goal. I still only need 999,752 more subscribers until I'm at my goal. So that's not bad. Thanks. Talk to you soon.